Hey everybody, I'm Matthew Lawrence. I'm an engineer at Munro Associates. At Munro, we are a consulting firm that specializes in costing, teardowns, product optimization, and much more. Today, we're here at the block party. We're here to have fun, drive a few cars, and talk to a bunch of engineers. So follow us along, and we're gonna show you some cool stuff. All right, so is there a button or did I already start it?
No, you started it. You hit
Okay.
brake.
Okay, so you just press the brake for these ones. Okay, cool. And then the shifter's up here instead of down there.
Yep.
now. Okay, so drive.
See those guys, right?
Yep.
The sun's like
Yeah, a little
brutal.
glaring.
Yeah.
So I guess you'll tell me if I should go. All right.
Just go down. Hopefully we don't get lost.
Yeah. Yeah, on the tour bus, it was a little bit of a maze. They took us around. So what aspect were you mainly focused on for this new vehicle?
I think affordability, and this may be a comms question, but my answer would be affordability. We're gonna go right here.
Okay. Yeah, that was the reason why I even bought my 2017. I used to drive 90 miles a day on a Golf.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
We're gonna let this trolley go.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna shoot straight across there.
Okay. But yeah, I had a Golf 2001, and it was just drinking gasoline.
Yeah.
And I did all the math and said, you know what? I think a Bolt would probably do me good. So initial impressions, it's a very nice car. It feels very much like the old Bolt, but also like very much more comfortable. It feels sharper, cleaner. Nothing that I can complain about right now. Of course, if we drive it more, I'll bring that up. I do think I'm gonna miss the shifter
the
panel.
center shifter.
Yeah, or the Prindle. And
So
then
you're gonna go
through.
straight here and then take a left.
Take a left.
At the, before the,
And then what's the battery total energy actually of this one?
so it's 65 kilowatt hours for
65.
usable.
Yes. You're Jeremy Short.
Yep.
Pleasure to meet you again. We had a great dinner last night.
Yep.
So I have a few battery questions, motor questions, and a few software questions.
Absolutely.
I guess to start off with the total energy in the pack, it's 65, right?
Yeah, so when we say 65 kilowatt hour, that is the usable battery energy.
Okay.
Right, so if you drove it all the way down and charged it all the way up, that's the usable energy in the battery. So it's 65 kilowatt, kilowatt hour, which is similar to the outgoing model.
Yeah, I know my Bolt, I had gotten the battery swap after the recall, and that was 66. Or is it 66, or I guess less than usable?
So that's the funny thing about measuring batteries.
Yeah.
But on the usable is about the same.
Okay. And then we got to drive it. It's an LFP battery. What was the decision that made LFP versus NMC?
So what the LFP gave us, the lithium iron phosphate, is one, gave us a chemistry that we were able to charge at a much higher speed, right?
Okay.
Nearly 3 times faster in peak.
Yeah.
Our 10% to 80% is more than 2.5 times faster, so it's got that nice broad curve. But more than that, it was the right compromise between value and performance for the car that it is.
Yeah. And then I guess the max power for the battery that it can accept. What is that?
The peak charge rate
Yeah.
is 150 kilowatts.
150 kilowatts. And then discharge on the motor?
So, we generally don't talk about that in terms of, but it is 210 horsepower.
Okay. Because I know we tore down the I think it was the X76F motor, because that's used in the Blazer, the Equinox,
Right.
and I think the Honda Prelude and or Prologue.
Same one, X76.
Yeah. So it looks great from the inside. So I wish we got to drive it more than 15 miles per hour, but I'm sure.
So, this is the reveal. Typically, you don't need to see it on stage. You get to walk around.
Yep.
We'll have media rides in the future, and that's where you get to do the rail ride, right? So this is actually the first time we've done that, where we brought engineering vehicles. As far as I know, that's the first time we've let people drive, other than General Motors employees, drive engineering fleets like that.
Yeah.
So it is. I know it would be nice to go out on the freeway, take one home, but that time's coming very shortly.
Yeah. Soon.
Soon.
So I know there was, or the regen paddle is gone.
Yeah.
Is there still regen in the vehicle?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So what we have now is a more blended brake system that is integrated with the regen system. So when you go, whether you use one pedal drive or you use two pedals, you're actually getting the same regen.
I see.
So
Okay.
we will use the brake pedal as a regen pedal until the amount of regen that we can do is saturated, and then we add friction brake.
Okay.
So we didn't have that capability in the previous model. It was always some percentage of friction and some percentage of regen.
Yeah.
And that's why we added the regen on demand pedal. It quite honestly is just not necessary anymore.
Okay. I will admit, I really did like it for myself personally, because I can go around the corner, hit the regen, and then keep my foot in the same position, release the regen, and then after the apex, still go through.
Yeah, and we'll have a little bit of that. Our customers have a muscle memory there.
Yeah.
But our research told us that the way you drive it would be rather unique.
Okay. Well,
So we focused on the blending of the brake system and the regen system to make it more seamless. One of the areas that it improved is actually when we're at top of charge.
Okay.
And your vehicle, when you were in top of charge, would reduce the regen because there's nowhere to
Yeah.
put that energy.
Right.
But now we compensate that with friction braking, so you won't even notice the difference.
Is there, I guess, jumping to software now, do you guys have OTA, over-the-air updates now? Or-
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So you brought up the Chevy Equinox EV.
Yeah.
Same concepts. Anything that's over the air updatable there is updatable for us as well.
Okay, cool. So situations with like BMS updates, control, or motor control, driver feel, things like that, tweaks
Yep.
here and there, you guys can do it.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And then the NACS, that's the big, I guess, the star of the show too. You guys increase the number of chargers that you guys can use now.
Absolutely. So I've been on the vehicle chief engineer for the Bolt since 2019, and I used to say that the number of public chargers available like doubled every year.
Yeah.
Well, boy, we hit a big step in the curve where it really jumped when we added NACS. Just opening that up and then having adapters to go back to CCS has really made trips like the trip that we made out here when we drove from Detroit to Universal Studios in California. It was easy. There were, between the superchargers, the NACS, the CCS, it was easy to go across country.
Yeah.
For really the first time. Like, we didn't have that before.
Okay. Did you find any hiccups along the way?
No, I mean, so one thing that we found was more than once we were unpolite EV drivers.
Okay.
So 2 days in a row we plugged in at lunch, went to lunch, and we came back and found ourselves idling a charger, and we were at 100%. So we had to kind of adjust our mindset there that, hey, this thing's not going to take a whole lunch to charge anymore.
Yeah.
So we did that the first 2 days on the road. We're like, all right, so we got to stop doing this.
Oops.
The last thing we want to do is somebody to take a picture of us, blocking a charger and saying, look at these jerks.
Yeah.
So that was one of the biggest snafus. We also had some idling charges at level 2s overnight. It's just honestly a real pleasant experience.
Yeah. Speaking of level 2, how long is it for a level 2 charge?
I don't have official numbers yet.
Okay.
But it does charge at 11 kilowatt, and
Okay,
it's 11. That's steady, and it's a 65 kilowatt hour battery. So pretty close to the math there. There's some nuances there, but we'll have a number to publish later.
Awesome. And then I heard that you guys are bi-directional now. I know the first Bolt was not, and there are situations where I wish, DTE up in Michigan.
Right.
I would have
like
loved
to do it myself.
Yeah, I would love to have built one myself too. So, but that's awesome having that capability in the Bolt too.
Yeah, it's real exciting because taking energy from the house, and on the off chance that it goes the other way, and it does when the wind blows in Michigan. As you mentioned.
When the wind blows.
There's opportunities for that as well. So yeah, it's a feature we're looking for. We have that on other Chevy products, but looking forward to adding it to this one.
Yeah. And then I know you answered this a few times already, but what are you most proud of on the Bolt so far?
Yeah, so most proud of really going in when we first started this project. The first thing I brought up, of course, was the charging. That was loud and clear from our customers, and really the development of the charge network as it's come since the very first Bolt in 2017 to now. That charge network has advanced so much, and we wanted to catch up with that. And then, not only did we increase it, but we just made it so easy to road trip in this car. And we were always kind of known as the commuter car. Hey, get this commuter car and then get another car for your ride trips.
Right, the grocery getter.
Yeah, the grocery getter around town, go to work. But yeah, we drove from Detroit to here, and honestly, it's a bona fide road trip car. And I went in wanting to fix the charging, but I didn't know how happy I would be with it on a ride trip.
Yeah. So that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah. And I guess thank you again for your time.
Thank you.
Love the car. Looking forward to probably updating my Bolt. I have a 2017 right now, so.
I said my wife's getting the first Super Cruise one, so you can get the second one.
Okay, fair.
Thank you.
All right, thanks again. Hello.
Hi.
We had a great dinner last night.
Yes, that was fantastic.
But if you could introduce yourself and your title and role.
All right, I'm Mandy Damon, Executive Chief Engineer for the Chevrolet Bolt.
All right, so I guess to start things off, what is your favorite thing of the Bolt so far?
Oh, I've got to say the charging speed.
Okay.
So 3 times faster charging in DC fast charging, 10 to 80% in only 26 minutes.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Definitely. I know on my Bolt, 55 kilowatts was kind of painful.
Mm-hmm.
Still better than nothing, of course.
Right, yeah. But this is a big step up.
Yeah. And then I hear a plane coming. But what was the big driver now, to bring back the Bolt, and why was it cut temporarily?
Yeah, so at the time, we were focused on launching our other EVs. So we've got the Equinox EV, the Blazer EV, many others in our portfolio. But we heard from our loyal customers and our fan base loud and clear. Our Bolt customers are the most loyal of any of our GM vehicles. And they said, bring back the Bolt. So it was a very happy day for us when they're like, bring it back, and we got to work.
Nice.
But it really did come from the fans and the customers out there.
Yeah. So I guess you've been on the Bolt since 2017?
I first worked on the Bolt in 2016.
2016.
Yes. Yep.
So what's walk me through the iterative process from the initial stage with the Gen 1 and then Gen 2 to now?
Yeah, so back then we had the Bolt EV.
Yep.
We later announced the Bolt EUV, and they were a lot of plane traffic.
Yeah.
There were upgrades all along, so even eventually bringing Super Cruise or hands-free driving technology into the Bolt. And now today, being able to bring it back and kind of catch up to our other EV lineup with the interior refresh, with fast charging, even a new drive unit that's shared with the Equinox EV. It's a big win for the customer. And then this too being our first Chevy with NACS.
Yes.
That will open up a lot too in terms of the charging infrastructure and what's available.
Yeah, that definitely, I think Jeremy said, it triples or quadruples the available output or available chargers you can access.
Yeah, and we exercised him. I'm sure he told you about the development ride that we did cross country. And
were you on it too?
I joined the team in Vegas and drove from Vegas through Death Valley and ended up here. So I got in for part of it.
Nice.
Yes.
What was your favorite part in that section?
Oh, just how easy it is to drive. I'm, maybe less is more or simpler is better to get in, have a volume knob, have physical HVAC controls, manual charge door and glove box. I love that. And it was just quiet and well integrated and so fun to drive. Yeah,
that also is one of my pet peeves for a lot of different other EVs.
Yeah.
It's all screens. And sometimes when you're driving, you don't want to look and aim.
Yes.
If that makes sense. You just want to keep your hand and you know where it is and turn the dial or make it cooler or warmer or heated seats, whatever it is.
Yeah, and it's all very intuitive. And for me, I was like, I'm driving one at home too, and it's like I don't want to drive anything else. This is where it's at. So
Nice.
yeah.
And then the X76 motor.
Yep.
I know that's in the vehicles over there too.
Yeah.
What made it so ideal to throw it in the Bolt, actually?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing was the affordability of it, because
Okay.
we do have scale with sharing with the Equinox EV. It's also proven. So as we decided to bring the Bolt back and wanted to do so very quickly,
Yeah.
it was what was available to us. And a little bit more power, very efficient. Overall, just a seamless and affordable experience for our customers.
Okay, yeah. Because I know the Gen 1 Bolt,
Yeah.
93 or 92 miles per hour top speed. What's the new top speed? At the
It'll be
moment?
similar to that.
Similar,
Yeah,
okay.
maybe a bit more, but yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
triple digits maybe?
I don't know.
We'll
We'll
see.
see. Yeah. Still working out those final details. Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, trying to think if there's anything else that I can think of.
Let's,
Uh,
we could talk about safety features too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So available Super Cruise,
Yep.
but in this version of the Bolt, lane centering as well as adaptive cruise control, both standard.
Okay.
There's also like 20 active safety features. So automatic emergency braking,
Okay.
cross traffic, automatic emergency braking, cyclist alerts.
Okay.
There's a lot of good stuff in this vehicle that's now standard and more than ever before.
yeah, actually, during the drive, when we had to back up, I noticed I
Yeah.
could feel like the rumble of like
Yeah.
where exactly the wall was. So that
Yes.
was very unique to me.
Haptic driver seat
Yeah.
is new for the Bolt too.
Yeah,
So another
didn't
good
expect
one. Yeah.
that. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, can't think of anything else at the moment.
Okay.
But thank you for your time, of
yes.
course.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
So please introduce yourself to the camera and everybody watching online.
Sure. So I'm Josh Bowman. I work with GM Energy and I'm a senior product manager.
All right. Awesome. So we have the GM Energy. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. So with most GM EVs now, they are bidirectional capable. And so what that means is that when the power goes out to your house, you can use your EV to back up your house to provide you with long duration backup. That's enabled with our bidirectional charger, the power shift, and then with the V2H, the vehicle to home enablement bundle, which includes the inverter and basically the brains of the device, the home hub. That is what enables that. And then you have the option of adding standalone storage in increments from around 10 kilowatts up to 35 kilowatt hours. And yeah, so really a full suite to help provide you with not just that vehicle to home, but a full home energy management experience. And all of that is controlled through your My Brand, your My Chevy, My GMC app. And so you can control each individual component and see how all of your energy is being managed within your home.
Okay. So now the new Bolt is going to be is bidirectional, right?
The new Bolt is bidirectional capable. That's absolutely correct, and will operate with this system.
Okay. So for everything, if I were to come to GM and say, hey, I want to install into my house, how much would that cost just by itself?
Sure. So honestly, your best bet is probably just to check the GM Energy website. That's going to give you the most up-to-date pricing and give you all the detailed specifications. And then you can work with our GM Energy consultants to help tailor what your energy needs will be for your house, and even get you hooked up with one of our preferred installers that can even come and look at your house and further assess what would be the best fit for you.
Okay. So you definitely would need a 240 inlet for your house to make this operational.
So this does feed into your 240 main, and then again, it depends on your unique house, and that is where your preferred installer will help you determine all of those.
So walk me through what each one of these are exactly.
Sure. Yeah. So we'll start over here. So this is the power shift charger. This is your bidirectional charger. And it's what enables up to 19.2 kilowatt charging,
Okay.
And then 9.6 kilowatt discharging, DC discharging. It's all enabled by our inverter, which is the 9.6 kilowatt inverter. And then this is the home hub, which is the brains of the system. And then this is your dark start battery. So in the event of an outage, you lose grid supply. This is what enables that all the communications will still stay active until the switch over for the vehicle kicks on. And so within a few seconds, the vehicle will kick on. But this enables that to be a seamless experience.
I see.
And then this is our power bank stationary energy storage system.
Okay. So if I'm not home and there's a power outage, this would still keep things alive?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. This is seamless. It has an automatic transfer switch in the inside this home hub, and so even if you are not home, you'll get an alert on your app that says you have lost power, and then you'll be able to confirm in your home energy management app that you are in fact backing up from either your vehicle or from your stationary storage.
Okay.
But you don't have to come out here and push any buttons or do anything.
Nice. So as far as that goes, could you eventually start buying at certain times or selling at certain times your energy?
Absolutely, yes. So what is very cool about our home energy management app is that you can select your utility and the rate structure that you are paying into for your utility, and the app will actually intelligently optimize your charge times based on that rate to give you the most money back.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's nothing else I can think of at the moment, but I wish I had this in my home for sure.
It's a very cool system. I definitely recommend it. And another cool thing is if you already have a My Chevy app, you can go in and demo the app and how this whole experience would work for you. And it's a really cool opportunity to kind of see how the system operates in real life. So.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you.
Absolutely.
We have Mandy now and Jeremy together, and I had a few more questions.
Yeah.
So thermals, talk to me about like what you guys did to improve thermals for both the motor and the battery.
Well, one of the things that we've added from the last edition, we had a resistive heater, and now we have a heat pump, which is more efficient. Not just using resistance to create heat to heat the cabin, heat the battery, do those things. So we did add a heat pump, and then we actually use for cooling the same cooling that we use on our Equinox EV and our Blazer EV.
Okay, yeah, heat pumps are way more efficient. What's the efficiency gains from comparatively?
So I don't know that I can put a number to it, because a lot of times we look at the numbers as they are on the EPA test. Those things that you're talking about are real world improvements, and it's not something we measure, but we do experience.
Okay. And then is it the heat pump is all in the same loop with the battery and the motor? Or is it two separate cooling loops?
It's two loops.
Okay. Now, I guess flipping back to batteries, do you guys have like state of health estimation and battery aging? And
We do.
Okay.
So obviously it comes to you in 100%.
Yeah.
And through usage, it'll take data and calculate a state of health, and it is displayed on the screen.
What were your best lessons learned from Gen 1, Gen 2 to now?
Would you like to add specifically Gen 1?
Yeah, I mean, certainly charge speed and how much that matters, and offering faster charging. Now, 3 times faster charging, that was a big one. And just that being able to improve the overall experience and making this more of a road trip vehicle and giving people a lot more flexibility there.
Yeah.
And for me, like, it's been interesting because I came in 2019. So it went through 22 and now obviously the 27. But it's no longer just the early adopters. It's no longer the people that are geeking out on the car. It is mainstream customers
Yeah.
that are just buying a car and just trying to drive it like a regular car. And they don't necessarily know how every bit of it works. A lot of great questions today, but a lot of people now aren't asking those questions. They just want to buy it, know it works, and enjoy the ride.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you for both your times.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. And we'll see you next time.